Hey, everybody. Welcome to FIST. This is my favorite thing. Um, yeah, Pastor, have you seen this? See, it's an acronym. Get it? Pastor, have you seen this? FIST, like it's a phonetic spelling of our acronym. You get it? So yeah, I know it's corny and a little violent because we're just having a friendly conversation here, right? Sure. You send us content. That's what this whole thing is about. You send us content. A pastor of our church comments on it, and hopefully you get help by just getting a little more perspective on the biblical worldview, how it interacts with different things. So you can send us content to this address right here, social@ac3.org. And in the meantime, if you see something, like, subscribe, and comment, and feel free to push back. We always respond to people who interact with our content. So let's interact with this. The search. This is Neil McDonough. The deepest movie quote ever. I want to see this.
I was fired from a TV show because I wouldn't do a kissing sex scene.
Wow.
And I told him up front, this is something I'm not comfortable doing, and I just don't want to do it. He said, you have to do it or we're going to fire you. I'm like, well, I'm not going to do it.
Wow.
So they fired me. And because of that, I lost my big, beautiful house in Los Angeles.
Wow.
My shiny Mercedes, all my stuff, and my swagger.
Huh.
And as you can imagine, at the time, I was really crushed. They thought that I was some religious zealot, but to me, it was just that I didn't think it was the right thing to do.
Huh.
And also, I really love my wife.
Uh-huh.
And
Love
as
this.
I've said, and I'll say it a million times, these lips are meant for one woman. I was fired from a TV show because...
I love that. Haven't you ever wondered, you've watched a movie and you've found, let's say you're a follower of Jesus, and you found yourself enjoying the movie and you say to yourself, this is enjoyable content. And then you come across a scene like a sex scene like that and you go, could I participate in that scene in good conscience? And you thought, no, I couldn't. And then I am consuming the content, right? So that creates conflict for us Christians. And isn't it interesting that when there are Christians in the industry like Neil McDonough, who has taken a stand like that and it's cost him? That's a fascinating story. Don't you think that's a fascinating story? I find myself so impressed by people who are willing to live out their faith in Jesus at their own personal cost. That to me is just such a beautiful sign of true discipleship. And so congratulations to you, Mr. McDonough. I know he's done some Christian focused movies. I've seen him on some Angel Studio movies, and I just pray the Lord blesses him for that stance that he's taken. And I think that on a comment on Christian entertainment, I just feel like there's a surge in it. I don't know if you guys are seeing it like I am. Like Angel Studios is a thing, and The Chosen maybe was a huge part of really putting it on the map. The Chosen is just excellent art and telling the story of Jesus in a real and visceral way instead of like our airbrushed way that we used to, make art about Jesus in the church, especially in the evangelical church. And I think that that's so appealing and it's so much more biblical, right? Like, has anybody read the Bible? It is not PG. It's not PG material in all cases, right? So God has no problem telling us the raw story about our own depravity and about his incredible love for us and also the rough aspects of his justice, right? That's in the Bible. And so to tell such stories with such rawness seems to me like it would model and reflect the tone and the content of the Bible. And yet Christians, because we are so focused, I guess, on our responsibility to our children who do need to be protected from harsh content, that we just think anything that has to be a Bible story or a Christian story has to be G-rated. So, and of course, we also are very sensitive to anything that will cause people to sin. So I get it. I get the conflict, but I just think we're entering into an era that I'm more proud of Christian art because it's able to be raw, but at the same time coming short of the lines where actors would have to be to compromise themselves and depict things that would themselves lead other people into sin, potentially, right, to inflame lust or whatever might happen, depicting sin on the screen. So isn't there an interesting thing, right? I think we should find that line, right, between being able to tell raw stories that are real because they're honest, and that's very attractive to people, and that just reflects reality, and also to not tell them in such a way that it would cause the people who participate to themselves stumble or cause other people to stumble. And so kudos to Mr. McDonough. Yeah, man, I like that. And by the way, I don't you think he's a great actor? I've seen him in a bunch of stuff that I can't name now. But he has done some really great work in Hollywood, and apparently a devout Christian. So good on you, man. All right, until next time, we'll see you here on Pastor Have You Seen This? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'd love to hear what you're thinking. Ciao.